Hi everyone, it's Juliet Grandma's Creations. Thanks for joining me again. My gadget this week is something I could not do without. It's this. They are tweezers, but they are tweezers that have a long arm and a long tip. Now, why are these so useful? Well, this set actually came with my Overlocker, and you'll find that Overlockers do come with these because they're really handy when you are threading your Overlocker. Let me show you. So this is my Overlocker. It's an air threader. I know I've covered this on one of my other videos, but these tweezers are still fantastic. And the reason is that whatever your Overlocker is, there's going to be little bits that you need to get in, right into, and it's much, much easier with a pair of tweezers. Now, I wouldn't accept this when I first did an Overlocker. I went to a workshop and did a class, and the tutor used these, and she said, use your tweezers, they come in so handy. I'm like, no, I can do that, don't need the tweezers. Now I am totally convinced, because these tweezers are very, very good, especially ones with a long tip. So even for this, when I thread my Overlocker, these tweezers are included, because one of the jobs you have to do is put that thread in that hole. Now, if you try and do it with your fingers, and I've just tried, I thought, oh, I can't find my tweezers. But it is so much easier threading that thread into that hole, because you actually need to thread it quite a long way, probably a couple of inches. And to do that with your hands, it's just not the same. You grip hold of the thread and really put it where you want to go. And the other thing is, even with threading your needles, to be able to get that thread and pop it through your needle is really, really easy. It's such of a less painful process with these tweezers. But these are not the only, it's not the only job for these tweezers. This is where another job is that will make these tweezers much needed. I'll show you. So, English paper piecing. When you go to take out the papers from your English paper piecing, I've started a little one here. These are, well, invaluable. I'll show you. So you never remove your papers, do you, until you've sewn all the way around the edge of a paper. So this one's the perfect one to show you, because it's sewn to that bit, this bit, and all of these here. So when you remove your papers, sometimes the corner, especially if it's tight, points like this can be a real nightmare to try and get out, and you're left with bits left behind. It's a nightmare. So to be able to get hold of it with the tweezers and get those little bits, any little bits that have been left behind. See, that often happens, where you pull the paper out and it rips, and then you're left with a point that you've got to try and get into. And this way you can just get hold of it. Make sure you put everything out from that point. I've glued my papers in, so that's why they're a bit sticky. But if bits stick in to your angles, then it's so much easier to get in and check you've got all your papers out before ironing it back in place. So many uses for these little tweezers. Even to hold your work in place and guide a seam under your sewing machine. They really are a great little gadget. If you haven't got a pair, perhaps I know some machines come with them, Overlockers, machinery, any sort of things like that. But if you haven't got a pair, I would seriously say invest in a pair with the long points, because they really are very useful. So If you've got any other tips that you use yours for, please pop it in the comments box. Always love to hear from everybody. Have a great week, people, and see you next week. Bye for now.